Cover Ash, it's like that little thing of like a little rat body goes, and like lands.
That thing of like,
you know,
Yeah,
we're like,
I'm trying to think about like taking like a little gross mangy rat and just like a very anticlimactic as it like honks and lands on the ground.
It's like when you throw a rat, you know that sound it makes?
Yeah, we all know.
Can I pull someone head out?
They can do the Foley on that because everyone knows that. That sound exists on
Everyone
sound.
get in the fucking comments. Rats honk when you throw them.
Yo, man, I'm not about fear-mongering, but we are
The Chronurgy wizard is completely broken. Why? Arcane Abeyance. This ability allows you, with the help of an ally or even just a familiar, to have double concentration. Sure, only up to 4th level, but it's still enough to be completely busted. Here's an example. You can use your owl familiar to cast Sickening Radiance before flying away, while you cast Wall of Force and entrap the enemy in the radiance. You now have basically a microwave cooking the enemy for 10 minutes straight, where they have to make save or get exhaustion. This is a surefire way to kill an enemy. If they don't have teleportation or a way to break your concentration or dispel the magic, they're completely done. Yeah, it's incredibly strong, and that's just a single character doing that with their familiar.
Honestly, shout out to Rick Perry on this butt right now.
Yeah,
I got a
that's
real, that's a real solid.
That's like that
that's good
baby
work.
butt right
that's
there.
good work.
The scope of this was pretty large. We made more minis than we've ever have because in this Game of Thrones type of world, there's a lot of like soldiers, there's a lot of like retainers and trumpeters and all this sort of stuff that surround these characters. So they're not actually the main bad guys or good guys. They're just other people that are in the world, but they're important in representing. So what that meant is we had to make a lot of bread people, we had to make a lot of meat soldiers, we had to make a lot of cheese soldiers. And that was tricky too because there's not a lot of minis that exist for a little sausage person or a little cheese person or whatever. So there's never like any one solution. It's sort of like whatever works.
What the hell is that?
It's an axe-beak, a game.
It's a game.
Seems you try and stay on as long as you can and perhaps you win money or clout.
Tell her that.
People bet on you. Or against you.
Sure.
You and your friends never tried to mount an Almirage and wait, not that one. It was the rabbit with the horn. Oh, damn it! I meant the Aurochs. You and your 8-foot friend.
it was a classic Goliath activity. To
Raj and I, we mounted so many tiny rabbits.
rope and Almirage.
Aurochs.
That's so much funnier.
The birds didn't figure out how to fly. That's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. There's a couple shitty birds. Brandon can name them. Bird facts right now, go.
A bird fact that's great is that
I have a really good one too.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, no, you do one.
Okay, chickadees every year, every fall or every autumn, they lose neurons from their brain, like to forget the environment from last year, so that they have space to learn the new environment.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Thank you, grandfather.
I really like corn.
What do you like about corn?
It's corn! A big corn with knobs. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's corn!
I think that a lot of the tension with Brennan is just fully joking.
After the way he treated me this season, we're done, dude. We're done. I'll tell you, as soon as I walk off this set today, Brennan, I'm deleting his contacts on my phone. I'm never calling him again.
How to cast Fireball, even if you can't cast Fireball. Eldritch Knight fighters get access to wizard cantrips, and we're picking up
fireballs. You can also do this with any fighter, if you're a kobold or a high elf. Then pick up the feat Metamagic Initiates. This gives you 2 sorcery points and 2 metamagic options, and one of them is going to be Twin Spell. Now your Eldritch Knight can Twin Spell Firebolt, slamming down 2 beams of fire, then action surge to do it again, and then follow up with a bonus action weapon attack. That is 8d10 fire damage on a hit from 120 feet away, spread across multiple enemies. From just a cantrip. This doesn't even use a spell slot. It's a hell of a trick to have in your back pocket, all from just 1 feat. Enjoy!
Good perception.
That is
You've got
true.
Perception.
Good.
Yeah.
Good perception.
Good. It's all right.
Don't,
Like, it'll do.
every time you boast about
It gets us by, you know.
you do a shit roll. So don't.
I'm not boasting about it. It's not good. It's phenomenal.
Wow. It does the job, though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
That's the job. It is technically 5 points lower in dim light.
Oh, and let's put a few more pillows on ours. Ooh, so we're a little bit taller. And they are looking up at us.
Ooh, and maybe our tea will be real tea, and their tea will just be water.
Yes.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
Can you imagine?
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Oh, they're not going to know what hit them.
No,
A tete-a-tete on your time? No, a tete-a-tete on our time.
Gosh, I wish we could take a couple shots and celebrate.
Oh, if only. This is the perfect time for a bit of snuff.
I know
but
it is.
No. No.
The old bird.
Old birds.
New birds.
New birds.
Drink tea.
On this wing, on that wing, a ton of snuff and shots. On this wing, confidence, posture, poise.
Making Grandpapa proud.
Yes. Oh, there you are, up there in the sky. Not dead, but alive.
Dead but thriving.
Ranking all the damage types of D&D objectively in order. So on Reddit there's this user called Miss Permafrost who went through all the D&D books to find all the monsters and list all their resistances, immunities and vulnerabilities. Based on this we can rank the damage types from worst to best. Last, poison. Over 200 creatures are immune to that damage. It's really bad. Next, fire. There's a reason Fireball does so much damage, is because it's a very common resistance. Number 11, Cold. Number 10, Lightning. Number 9, Necrotic. And then at number 8, Tide, are Slashing and Piercing. You'll notice that Bludgeoning isn't there. After that, we have Acid, and only after that do we have Bludgeoning, which means it's objectively the best damage type on average for martial characters. And after that we enter the damage types which are barely ever resisted with Psychic, Thunder, Radiant, and the first one, Force. So what did we learn? Well, Warlocks are the superior life form.
It represents queerness.
The train?
Oh. Yeah. It's a symbol.
Okay. Look, I'll take it.
Yeah.
For Dracula's inherent queerness.
The way that the train splits the mountain, the Carpathian Mountains in two meaning bi, bi meaning bisexual, representing the DM's orientation. It's gay as hell.
These are layers.
Yeah.
Also,
these are the layers.
Also, that cart thing.
Look
that
at
you
the
have to pop.
phallicness.
Yeah. That's
Look at the number of dicks.
Classic bisexual.
Yeah.
Look at the number of dicks.
The windows are pussies.
Love isn't about demonstrating your worth. It's not about making someone an image of themselves and putting them on a pedestal and attaching your self-worth to an idea that you will be worthy of love if this person you adore chooses to love you in return. Love is a series of hormones that the brain secretes in order to create bonds that facilitate survival in a cruel and uncaring multiverse.
It's a different time. He was brainwashed. It's a whole thing for him. Please don't judge him poorly because of me. I feel terrible now.
I would never do such a thing. Don't worry. I won't say anything. I wouldn't throw you under the bridge.
Is that an expression where you're from?
It's an expression where
You
I am
wouldn't actually, we're next to a bridge into the abyss. You wouldn't actually throw me over the bridge that is 25 feet that way, right?
I was trying to do the thing.
Maybe don't say that expression when we're right next to a bridge.
I'm sorry. I was trying to do the thing. Like, I killed my family, I'll throw you under a bridge.
I get it.
I'm learning how to people.
Man.
I know what's going on here. I know what's going on here. Okay? I do.
Do you?
And if you want me to wander backstage to spill the beans...
I mean, there's really no need for us to do that because...
It's the final question,
these other
right?
two are in the loop, so...
They're in the loop. I'm the only one out of the loop, it would seem. And if we check my point total here, I don't need to walk to the front because I know what it is. It's a big old goose egg, gang. It's a fat 0. Hello, a little late addition to the numerical symbol chart brought to us from our friends in Arabia. A little bit of trivia that I happen to know about the history of numbers. That kind of little tidbit would serve me well in most trivia games, unless it had been rigged from the beginning.
Whoa, dude.
Whoa, dude. Whoa, dude. I've only just begun to pull the thread on this sweater, friends. You would think in a game where there were only 2 possible correct choices that one would stumble into the right answer every so often, wouldn't you? In fact, the probability of never guessing right in the full game is a statistical wonder. And yet, here we are. Introduced to the top of the game as a champion. What do you think that means? Icarus flying too close to the sun. But it seems Daedalus, our little master crafter over here, had some wax wings of his own, didn't he? Wanted to see his sun fall from the sky. Oh, how close to the sun he flew. Well, I'm not having it. I solved your labyrinth, puzzle master. The Minotaurs escaped, and you're gonna get the horns, buddy.
Okay, are we?
Can I tell you what
Did we think we were in on it, but actually Brennan is the only one in on it, and that was rehearsed?
That was an incredible monologue. Brennan, what is the rule of the game?
Can we all say
I cannot win!
That is correct, Brennan! You cannot win the game!
Did we all get crowns?
We only got 2.